Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I play the various regions, states, counties, territories, whatever you call the first level of subdivision of the various countries of planet Earth. And I play them on GeoGuessr with three aims in mind. A, to see places and go places I've never been and probably never will be seeing. And B, hopefully have some fun while doing it. And C, try to score 25,000 points in the region that I am playing at any given time. And if I succeed in playing 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in that region, I am done with that region and it will not feature again in the series. If I fail in doing so, it might feature again at some later date. Now, today we're going into an area where I always feel not a small bit of trepidation when I am about to play. We are going into Mongolia, and we're going into the region known as the Khovd, or Khovd, Imag, or province, I guess. And it's a fairly, it's not a huge chunk of Mongolia. I mean, it's only, he said, 76,100 square kilometers. Had a bit more than 90,000 people in the 2021 census. And so that means there's just a little more than one person, maybe 1.2 people per square kilometer here. So yeah, that's pretty dense for being Mongolia, isn't it? Well, the capital of the Khovd Imag is the town of Khovd, or the city, depending on your definition of a town or a city, which has just shy of 32,000 people in 2021. And it's over here, and well, hopefully we'll see some of Khovd. Although the chances are that we'll find ourselves out on these highways, and well, to whatever degree you can call a Mongolian road a highway. There are a couple of them. I've seen them, but I know they exist. But I mean, stuff like this, I'm a bit more skeptic. And what makes me even more skeptic are these bits that are like lopped off and could easily, like these things, like here, you see this treasure road is not connected to anything else. Hit any of those, and there will be huge piles of trouble. But at least we seem to have the very majority of the locations on the main roads through the area. So right now I'm just stalling because I know this will be painful. Excuse me. And, well, at least I can stall a little longer by making a challenge link and put that in its proper spot. Right, now I've done that, so here we go. Well, I can't say that was unexpected, but I mean, for Mongolia, this is, I mean, this is a place with features, and that is welcome in Mongolia. I have an ugly feeling, though, that it might be along this bit of road. And if it is, I might be struggling a bit because I think there was patchy coverage here as well. Let's see, where else could it be? Well, it's not over there at the Khovd mine. Khovd. I guess it could possibly be over here. Possibly over here. But I don't think it very likely. Nah. Okay, so initially, this looks like the best candidate. Now let's see. Let's get a feel for these bends. There's a small river running down along the road here, but that won't help me any. Let's see what's around this bend. So here we're going pretty straight west. And let's just say that this is where we are. This area looks promising. That as well. So we'll see. Okay, so here we got just straight bit, and we're going slightly. Well, that one would be fine if it weren't missing a road. So this one looks interesting. Yeah, that looks very interesting. Okay, let's go around on this next bend here and see if we get a road going off to the side. Oh no, that's what I feared. Okay, so we won't be finding out that way. Let's see what happens around that bend then. Let's hope that the coverage, what on earth is that? Let's see if the coverage extends as far as around this bend. If not, ooh, that looks very promising, doesn't it? Doesn't it? And now we're gonna get... I'm not completely sold on this idea, but yeah, we're getting a pretty long straight. And let's see if the coverage goes up to this bend. If it does, yeah, no, well, I think we're pretty good on where we are, aren't we? So we're turning north. Yeah, this is it. Just gonna get confirmation by checking this bend. I don't... Well, actually, I have done 5K rounds in Mongolia so far in the series. I was in... What was the name? Sukhbatar, where I did a 24,999. I think I was like 1 meter outside. So on one of the rounds. Okay, but anyways, this one is going to be a tricky one regardless to N. So we are a little bit north of, so we're sort of-ish in this area. Let's see now. So if I'm looking perpendicular to the road, we're looking almost straight southeast. I got a good candidate there, don't I? And the trouble here is figuring out where the bends end. Or the bend ends in both directions, but we're going to do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's to there. And in the opposite direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 14 to there. So let's see if we can... Let's see, the bend ends about there and there. So we've got 34, which gives us 17 in the middle. I think I am pretty close to the middle in that placement I have. Slightly closer to here. You know what? Let's have one more look at the perpendicular thing. We are slightly... Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? And then I'm going to be off by 26 meters. Or 5. Cool. Nice start. Wow. 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 Look at that. Just look at that. Wow. Okay, never mind how I'm going to find this one out. Hopefully, some of these outcroppings will be visible on the map. And they might actually be of some help. Hopefully. First, we need to figure out where we are. Let's see. So we're going northwest, southeast. Don't know what's going on there, but very much northwest, southeast. Let's see if we can find some good candidates. Well, we got some good. Got a good candidate over here, but then we need. Then we need a lake. I guess we could be down here as well, but let's see. So these mountains are, well, they're not very tall, are they? At least compared to the surrounding countryside. Yeah. Kind of like this area. Oh, I kind of like this area a lot. See these outcroppings here? This could be it, actually. Let's see now, if I look perpendicular to the road, I think we might be looking at that spur there, over here. So if I'm looking... So for now, I'm going to put myself there. And then we're going to go and look for some further clues. The road is bending over there. The question is, how much does it bend? Is it a slight sweeping bend like that one? Let's see. Oof. Now what's going on here? That looks like I'm going sideways. So I'll mount the camera a little funny, maybe. Okay, let's do the hold the enter key down and move thingy. This is, of course, looking very blurry, but so what's going on with the placement of the arrows? Is this some kind of GPS directional thing gone wrong? Let's see. Yeah, we are entering. Now, the next question is, when we're on this bend, we got that stuff. The problem is that I have some spots on my screen that can sort of making me think I'm looking at terrain features or even houses, and the contrast is so great. This could possibly be it, but the thing is that stuff is very close to the road, and that has me wondering. But okay, let's keep on going until we get to the bend. Oh, this is so weird. Go on. That was a bend and that was a slight one, all right. I barely noticed. And hang on. Oh man, I'm going the wrong direction, aren't I? Oh, typical me. Okay, I got it all wrong. Oh no. One thing is figuring where we are. Another thing is getting the location right. That's going to be a very interesting challenge. Right, let's have a look. Oh, it's the end of the hard surface even. But it says Badamiach or something like that. Yes. That is it. And that's the clencher. That is whatever business this one is pointing to. Right. Okay. So that means we are somewhere down here most likely. Let's see now. Or so I think the spit we run around was that one. And we are, let's see, so that spit up there is this one. Or is it? Yeah, because the bend is here. And that spit there has to be that one. And now starts the really interesting bit. That spit is this. So I strongly believe that we're looking at that. And this is where things get a little icky. So we are looking, let's see now if I can get this right. So we're looking slightly west of the tip of that thing. Well, I'm looking north. So looking across the, well, hang on. So yeah, that is the spur that comes the closest, isn't it? Because that spur must be that one. And looking east, I would think this is possibly that. I don't like possibly, I want certainties. I think this is that. Now, if I look perpendicular to the road, we're looking sort of into the nook of these two. So that means but I'm looking north into that thing. Northeast into that. Yeah, that works. So I'm not sure I'm going to get this much more precise. Is there anything else I can use to navigate? What's in the south? There's some ridges to the south as well, but they are the ones down here, and they are going to be nigh on impossible to use, and there's nothing in the west. Well, if I'm within 100 meters, I'd say that's pretty decent. What's going on up here? Well, I hesitate to push because I know I'll be wrong, but I don't know how many meters I'll be wrong in what direction. But at least we can put the marker on the road, and maybe, hopefully, please be within. No, not at all. Oh wow, that was spectacularly wrong. Okay, so how does that work then? Yeah, I'm not surprised I was that far off. So how? Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to protest on that because there's no point, but... Okay, fair enough. Town. Intersection. Nice. So could we be... we must... I guess we must be around Khovd, right? This one has a pretty decent size to it. So let's have a look at Khovd. Yeah, it is located between mountains. Should also be a river of some sort here, but let's see. So we're looking south. So how about... Well, I like the looks of this. A toll station. And what's that? Well, it's just an initial hunch for now. Let's see. Yeah, this one is slightly wonky again. So we're going pretty straight north here. So I don't think... Well, I don't know. Let's see when we hit those houses on the left here. So they're going to be slightly further north then. I think we have a fair bit of... Okay, no, that kind of matches this road. It does. And yeah, we do have a couple of smaller structures here. That makes a lot of sense. Got a road gone in here, but I'm used to that from previous Mongolian maps, that there's frequent discrepancies between the roads in the pictures and the roads on the map. Yeah, this is most definitely it. And the only thing I don't like is that road. But just have a look and see if it's there. Well, I guess it's supposed to be that one. Or, well, there's not really much else to go by. So, we should be about here. So was there a toll station? Must be a private road or something. To where? Oh well, let's do that as a guess. Yep, 11 meters. Cool. Ouch. Ouch. Oh my word. Well, it's been raining a bit here. How? Oh, God. Oh, for a moment I thought I couldn't zoom. But this, holy cranola. It is beautiful, I'll give you that, but wow. So going northeast east. I have a feeling we could be on one of these roads over here, but the trouble is, where are those roads? Oh, they don't even show us roads. Oh my word. That's the worst kind of trouble. Because I know there's a road going like so. Ish. But how on earth am I going to find anything here? That looks like a settlement. Oh wow. We got an escarpment or something to the southwest. Oh boy. If I'm within 100 kilometers on this one, I think I should be a very happy man. looks very much like an intersection at least, and we are going slightly northwest, yes. What does it say here? Manham, yes. Right. So we're dealing with a road that isn't on the map. What have I got myself into? What have I got myself into? My word. Just want to... Yeah. Test petroleum. And there's an eatery up ahead, apparently. More likely to be that. Oh my goodness me. Okay, right. So we're somewhere in this area. Okay, let's not despair. So we got some very, very gentle hills to the north and northwest. So thinking we might be in this area, given how gentle the hills are. We also got a plain towards the south. Got the Spur Mountains coming up from the south. Let's see. That could... Let's see now. So we got the thingy over there. Wondering, could that possibly be that? And that possibly be this? There's the stuff over there. The stuff over there has to be that. Or are we up here? No, we've been going northeast all the time. Got parallel spurs going down there. And look at southwest, and I think we're looking at those. And that is quite... It could be that gap there between those. And if that is the case, I think we might be looking straight down that gap. And that makes me eerily well placed where I am. Now let's see, are we in relation to anything east-west? So we got these very, very gentle hills here, which I doubt are visible on the map. To the north, we got some tiny stuff going on. Let's look west again. We are not trapped between anything. I don't have any spurs coming at us. Let's see if we can locate that camp anywhere. Whatever it is. Okay, let's see. If we aren't there, where are we? There's a lot of crap going on. When I say crap, I mean lots of stuff going on geologically down there. There's also... Yeah, I don't think I'm that badly off. if I'm in this vicinity at all. The only thing is that I should probably be much further north. Let's see, northeast. Well, I'm not so sure about that, actually. Who am I fooling? You're not going to get this one in a million years. So, let's see. And that is straight northeast. But if we're looking at, if that is that spur, it's much too close. Oh, sorry, much too far away. Oh. Nope, we're going to go with that. I'd say that's pretty good. Well, it's a shame I didn't go a little further north than which I sort of thought I might have to do. But oh well. I mean, in that location, anything within a kilometer is just fine in my eyes. Wow. Okay, that was dastardly. Oh wow. Luxury of luxuries. Oh, different car today. Well, let's see what's what up here. So let's see, do these signs have any actual information, or are just a reminder that keep your hands on the wheel and don't fall asleep? I have a feeling they might be. Ankar, Horda, Tohirul. And what on earth does this sign say? Mongolog. Something weird going on. Ar os Nurin Musni Bayar. Oh, that was about as helpful as elephant stilts. But let's see, what does it say here then? It says Bahar Harshgar. That kind of sounds like a name, doesn't it? Let's see. And also, let's have a look at the direction. Southeast, northwest. Okay, at least that's the direction we know. And we could be over here by Darvi. We could be over here by this direction. Could also be here. Let's have a look at the last sign here. Well, that probably doesn't help much either. Gai Hamshigtai or Jolot Khovd hard to read. Okay, so there are signs on top of that hill as well. Let's see what that is. Can we do the enter the key thingy? Yes, we can. I guess that's just a sign saying, congratulations, you're on top of the mountain. Blimey, this is steep. Well, not quite as steep as the quickened action would make you think. Let's see now. It probably just says crest or something. Or it might say something useful. Let's see. First sign says Khovd in 11 kilometers. That is helpful. Could we be here, like? That's not entirely impossible. And what does it say? Did it say here? Ta Ayan Zamda sign. I think sign actually means sign. Yavarai Manai Nutakt Satan Murilsond Bayarlala. Now that was not very helpful whatsoever. There it says Ertni Tucht Hoft Hot D Tavtai Morilno UU. We're still going northwest though. For all I know, we could be leaving Khovd. Let's just gun it down to the bend down. What was that I just passed? That was just the end of no overtaking zone. Okay, so how we're turning? Not by much. Vast expanse of nothing. And we are even more southeast than we were. I'm gonna look even a little further to see what direction the next bend goes. If there are any bends. But yeah, it seems to be turning southwards. This thing is a decent candidate, actually. As is this. But I have a better feeling about this one. We also got... Let's see, if we say that that is that, and this stuff is that. Yeah, that would work very nicely, actually. And we got this ridge here, which could be that. Let's have a look up ahead to see if there is a campground on the bend that is up ahead. Oh, hello. That was unexpected. Where do these roads go? That didn't come out of the blue at all. And totally got me uppity. What does it say? 431, but wasn't there another sign? Okay, 431. 431 what? Khovd hot. I'm very inclined to believe this is where we are. Banjhain Zam Gudamj Ayan Zam Da sign. Yamadam. Okay, so sign does not mean sign. Well, I'm kind of glad it doesn't. This is Well, look what we got down there. That has to be Khovd. Okay, so where are we in relation to these two ridges? So that is that ridge. And when we look north, we got this tiny ridge here. Looking westwards, we have this ridge. Or maybe even this ridge, because, you know, that makes a lot more sense. So if we're looking northwards here, we're looking at this ridge, actually. So we should be hereabouts, possibly. But we are fairly close to this bend up here. It's not that far away. Yeah, and then there's that thing. That has to be that. Looking south, we're looking well past it. Yeah, I think we probably should be a little further up the road. This one might have some. This might have some promise to it, I feel. Let's look north again. Let's see, there's nothing to the east that I can use for anything. So there's supposed to be a lake down there somewhere, but... And to the north, we have bits of ridge. No, I'm gonna go with that. Oh well. Ay. That was a brutal map. That was an absolute brutal map. We got 2 5K though, and I have to say this one. I have to say that I'm particularly happy with that, even though, well, I did think about moving the marker further north, but I was like thinking into up there-ish. So that I got it wrong by 250 meters. I am actually quite satisfied with that. So yeah, this area will go on to maybe feature one day in the future. That was tough. And it was every bit as Mongolian as I thought it would be. But still was good fun. That's the weird thing. Like, so yeah, that is Khovd Imag not solved. And well, but even so, I'm still glad that you're with me here on a tiny dot in space, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode when it's up. Well, let's hope that it will be a little while at least until we go back to Mongolia. It's fun, but in moderation. So until next time, bye bye.